The 27th of January, 2002 was a normal Sunday like any other, with the sun shining through the sky, the birds flapping their wings, wandering in the vast space above amidst the clouds. We had all just returned from the church after a glorious Sunday worship service and settling in, ready to take on the various chores and activities. I and my mom were in the sitting room deliberating on the Sunday service, after which I planned on observing my Sunday siesta after a well-deserved lunch.
James, Baoni, how was the service in church today?
Mommy, the service was great. I was able to get a few messages jotted down. The pastor really tried, and the choir administration was also cool. Emo, I like it.
Meanwhile, it was about 12 noon in the afternoon when suddenly, a very loud explosion was heard from distance. Immediately, James and his mom with some neighbors ran to the balcony to catch a glimpse of what was happening.
James, what was that sound we just heard? Something terrible seems to be happening around the military cantonment.
Mom, what was that? It sounded like a bomb. Oh no, like a petrol-laden truck explosion. Oh my goodness.
We were residing at Onigbongbo, Maryland, Ikeja, Lagos at the time, very close to the Ikeja barracks. A Sunday like no other, albeit a terrible one I will never forget in a hurry. We stayed on the first floor of a 3-story building which is situated very close to the Ikeja Military Cantonment. Our street was actually sharing a dividing wall with the Ikeja Military Cantonment, Lagos, Nigeria. It was past noon. Suddenly another loud, deafening and earth-moving blast was heard again from the cantonment area. This was the second explosion, alerting everyone something terrible was coming.
What was that sound again? I think there's an attack on Lagos State too, because that is not fireworks sound. It sounds just like a bomb explosion. Hey, we had better start running for our lives now, before the magnet eat us. Hey,
This is true. This is a terrible attack on Lagos here. And we should run to safety now. Where can we run to?
I don't even know how we can run to. But I think we should just keep running as far as we can, because I am too young. I cannot come down.
I quite agree with you. Please wait for me. Let's run together. I can see other people running as well. God help us. That direction.
Mom, where are you, please? Since I left her in the house when I managed to jump the flight of stairs. Oh, where can she be now? Am I still going to start looking for her?
We could see black thick smoke rising from the far end. With a quick burst, as with the speed of Barry Allen in the movie Flash, a very bright, yellowish blue light accompanied by loud deafening second explosion occurred in quick succession, throwing everybody into obscure darkness and pandemonium. With the effect of a magnitude 6.1 earthquake, the whole building started shaking, ceilings vibrating, window glasses shattering in thousands piece. This further confirmed our fears and compounded our confusion. In the midst of the panic and confusion, we all ran in different directions, some to the right, some left, and others in a random direction I couldn't fathom. I, on the other hand, ran towards the backyard staircase, hoping to jump a flight of stairs like James Bond 007 character would do, but alas, it was totally impossible. This was because at that instant, everywhere was darkened, with serious shaking and trembling of the whole building due to the impact of the explosion vibration. I had to run back to the front corridor and managed to jump a flight of steps. Mom and a neighbor was indoor when the 5th explosion occurred, and this continued. The explosion continued and kept increasing in intensity. The vibration was much on the building, so much that Mom decided to jump off the balcony.
Jesus Christ. Somebody help, please. I think I'm going to jump off the balcony. The explosion might take the building. Help! Somebody help!
Please don't jump off the balcony. Please. It's very dangerous. Somebody help us, please. Somebody. Anybody.
In the confusion, my mom jumped from the last floor of the building, which is the topmost floor, and was dangling, holding onto the railings of the balcony, her legs swinging freely, ready to take a free fall of about 16 meters down under the impact of gravity. While hanging there, she started shouting for help, but nobody cared to listen and no man wanted to render any form of assistance. You guessed well, everyone was running to safety, holding their lives in regards like a mouse running away from a fierce feline foe. On jumping through the flight of stairs down to the ground floor, I saw my mum dangling from the railings on the last floor, topmost floor, almost falling. I screamed and shouted, pleading with the crowd of running people to kindly assist me in rescuing my mum, but no one cared to give a listening ear except for two good Samaritans, as I would call them.
Somebody please help my mom. She is dangling from the topmost floor of the building above. Please assist me in bringing her down before she sleeps. I can see her hand is sleeping. Please, bros, please help me. I beg, please, I beg.
Where is she? Let's quickly save her before the bomb shrapnels hit anybody. We can't afford to waste any time further. Time is of the essence now.
I then ran back to the first floor, with the two men. One to the first floor with me and the other to the next floor. We took hold of her slipping hands, while the other man held her legs together to gradually lower her to the second floor. It was a terrible day. Our ceiling fan blades received the shock of the explosion and were bent outwards. Louvers went breaking, falling out of windows, people running out of their homes. A particular man caught my attention. He was actually taking his bath when the next explosion occurred. With soap leather all over his body and head covered in soap, the poor man joined the mammoth crowd running towards the bus stop, not minding his precarious situation. We ran from Maryland, Ikeja, 3 men, swimming through a swamp, almost drowned in it. It was with God's mercies we were saved, else we would have been accounted as part of the casualty. A military man whom till now I couldn't recall or know saved us. He pulled my mum and I out of the swamp, assisted us with getting on a rickety bridge floating over the swamp, which lead us to a safe land. Just as people ran into the Okafa swamp that claimed thousands of lives thinking it was dry land, many ran into the swamp too, but God had mercy on us, myself and my mum. We would have drowned as well.
Oh, thank goodness. The military man was able to help us get out of the swamp. Else we would have drowned. So many people were also caught in the sticky swamp as we were, but unfortunately, many of them couldn't make it out alive. But we thank God.
It was only God that helped us out. We would have been dead meats by now. Thank goodness the military man was around top, assist us get onto this wooden bridge. Let's continue our journey gently on this bridge to the other side, to get to Lapper where my aunt stays. On the other side of the almost dilapidated wooden bridge, we continued our Israeli journey, running without shoes to Ilapur, which are part of Quechua in Lagos, Nigeria. Even at Ilapur, people were still running, but we couldn't run anymore for we had no strength left in us after the whole experience. I can't recount everything here, it was too much to see and experience, but thank goodness, we were saved at last. For everyone whose lives were cut short that day, I say may their souls rest in perfect peace. January 27, 2002, a day I will never forget. Peace.